Today, we're making stamps.
Some assembly required.
Hello and welcome. Things are falling off my lap. Or welcome back to our channel if you've been here before. So today we are going to make some stamps out of craft foam. I'm sure you guys have seen this. It's fabulous.
It's
so fun to cut. I never really appreciated it until I started cutting stamps out, and it's so nice. It's so lovely. Okay, so here are the things that you will need. You will need craft foam.
Lots of it.
Lots of craft foam. So you can make the base of the stamp just out of craft foam if you have plenty, or you could also use cardboard to make the base and then craft foam to make the actual stampy picture part. I would have some pencils, some paper,
To stamp on?
scissors, paper to stamp on, also to test out your stamps. I think that we will use glue sticks, but if you prefer, you could use regular actual glue. And finally, you will also need markers. We are using Crayola washable markers because I know that they work. I also have some ideas for later. I'm going to try to stamp on fabric later.
Woo!
Yeah, so I have a couple different options. I don't know if either of them are going to work, but we'll find out. We'll find out together. Now, these are not very pretty looking.
They're wet paper towels.
They're just wet paper towels. So in between when you're stamping, you can clean off your stamp. So you don't always have to make it the exact same color.
Over, and over, and over.
So,
First,
you cut your craft foam, or you can start with cardboard. If you're using craft foam, cut at least 4 rectangles. If you want it to be thicker, you can make it thicker. We made thicker ones and thinner ones. I didn't really see any difference with the usefulness. And then,
after you have your stack
of at least 4, or I don't know, 2 pieces of cardboard should be fine. 1 piece probably would be fine, but 2 gives it a little more stiffness. Keeps it together a little better. So then you just take your glue, I like that one, glue them together.
like a sandwich.
Awesome. So we made 3 foam bases and 2 cardboard bases, and we let them dry for a little bit. So we're going to work on our shapes a little bit, give these a little bit more time to dry also. So, I don't know, I'm thinking sort of a summery situation. Maybe we'll try to do some more fruity shapes. We did some already. Cherries to me are cute and summery, so...
But the color does not matter.
The color doesn't matter, but I'm inspired anyway, so I'm going to make them actually cherry colored.
I'm going to make a banana.
Oh, banana. That's a great idea. So just cut yourself out a little bit of foam to start with, and remember the size that you have to work with. The shape can go over a little bit, but you want it to be about the right size. It's a lot easier. So just cut out your shape, whatever shapes you want. They can be simple. It's easier if they're simple, but they can be more complicated, especially as you practice a little bit and find out what it can do and what it cannot do. But really, when you try cutting these, you will find out that they are really fun to cut. If you're having trouble cutting the right shapes, you can also draw on these beforehand, like with a pencil. You can sketch them really lightly so it doesn't make any dents, and that should be fine. So I've got a stem.
Can you draw me a banana?
I can try to draw you a banana. I know theoretically what bananas look like. Now, also, you don't have to worry about if you draw all over your foam. You can put the drawing side down.
I'm a professional foam carver.
See, that's what you can say whenever someone says, "What do you want to be when you grow up?"
A professional foam carver.
Of course. What else even is there?
And then once you have cut out your shape and are happy with it, you glue it to your base.
You glue it right on your base. And let them dry for a little while because they are a lot easier to work with when they're not smearing around. Another awesome thing about the foam is that you can poke into it with a pencil or a toothpick or something like that, and whatever you poke in will stay uninked when you stamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put sort of a highlight in the cherries. So I'm going to do that by sort of squashing it in with my pencil. There. Now I'll just glue it down. One idea that we had for letters and numbers and things that you need to face a certain way for them to make sense is put them down on the table the way that you think they should be. Then you put the glue on the top. Then put your stamp base right on, like that. When you lift it up, it will look wrong, but it will stamp right. Now that everything is cut out and glued comes the fun part where you get to color on the foam. Now coloring on the foam is almost, but not quite, as fun as cutting the foam. You can either color all one color, or you can mix colors, or you can make polka dots with colors. There are maybe infinite ways that you can do it. I'm gonna go with infinite. I'm gonna see what my strawberry looks like.
I'm gonna see what my banana looks like.
I am excited.
Hi, it looks like banana.
Ah, that is fantastic. Check it out.
Banana.
Very cool.
Make sure you clean them off.
It is nice when you clean them off in between, especially if you have two different ones on one base. Squish it. View it.
Wow, that totally looks strawberry.
Not bad. I'm gonna make a polka dot sprinkle K. So we will print with all of the other stamps that we've made. And then what I would really like to do is see if it will print on fabric. So I have Sharpies and I have like special fabric Sharpies. So we can try both of those. Well, we'll try the fabric Sharpies first because that's what they're for. Okay, so we have two canvas little zippy bags.
I'm going to try normal Sharpie.
Ah! And that's not a color that I needed, so that's fine. I'm gonna try Stained by Sharpie. I don't even know if they still make these anymore. They're kind of old.
Hopefully they still have color in them.
All right, I mean, that worked. I'm gonna try to really smash it. Make sure it's on there. The point is that you don't have to color over it, you silly.
But I want to.
Oh, those aren't bad. I mean, they're a little bit slightly unimpressive, but not bad. This one, I'm going to make the green first and the red second. That's about the same, not actually any better. I'll do one more, just to even it out. That might be the best one. So, the moral of the fabric story is yes, it works, but you probably have to press hard and do it really fast.
Or
It's
go over it.
slightly less relaxing that way, but it's still cool. I think that it's turning out, it turns out pretty cool. Very cool. This is how strawberry strawberries came out.
Oh, it is so smart. They did the strawberries with the red one. The red zipper.
Oh
thing.
yeah, see, kind of matches. So this is really, really fun. I really enjoyed making the stamps.
I really enjoyed making this.
Stamping the fabric was really cool. It was a little bit more high stress, high pressure, but it turns out awesome, no matter what. So I definitely recommend trying this. Try it with regular markers first, get the feel for it. Then you can graduate to stamping fabric or not. It's nice on paper too. You could make cards. You could decorate your envelopes. It's very fun. So, I hope that you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed making it. I don't even know if that's possible because it was so fun. Once again, let me stress how fun craft foam is. I never really gave it credit before. I was like, craft foam, what do you even do with that?
You cut it.
This. You cut it, and then you draw on it, and then you poke it, and then you color on it. That's the fun part of it. So, if you enjoyed this, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet and you feel yourself moved to do so, we really appreciate it, and YouTube thinks it's nice. We like to make YouTube happy. New videos come out on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and they are all very different from each other.
Yes.
So until then, we will be coming up with fun new activities for ourselves to do and you to watch and you to try later. So we will see you at the next video. Bye!